Good morning. We have received this morning at the Elcano Royal Institute the visit of the Ambassador Herbert Salber. He is the European Union Special Representative for the South Caucasus and the crisis in Georgia. And he has been discussing with us here the state of the European Union-Georgia relations, the situation about the European Union monetary mission, the role of the European Union in the international conference in Geneva to solve the problem, and of course about the European Union, Russian and Georgian relations. But first of all, we would like to ask Ambassador Salber, could you please explain the role of the European Union Special Representative in the area?
The European Union decided already some years back to have European Union special representatives for some conflict areas in the world, inter alia, for the South Caucasus. This has to do with the fact that this is an area heavily affected by conflict since the collapse of the Soviet Union. I am mentioning here the situation in Georgia, in particular after the war in 2008. I mentioned the situation over Nagorno-Karabakh, which led to a conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan. This is happening in the immediate neighborhood of the European Union, and it is why the European Union is interested in the situation there, and in particular to making a contribution to the solution of these conflicts.
And this role, the European Union, could you please explain us how are the Europeans and the European Union institution and your office contributing to the different areas of interest in the region?
Mm. The European Union has a strong role in the conflict resolution in the Georgian conflict. After the war in 2008, the international community created a format of negotiations that addresses this conflict, which are the so-called Geneva International Discussions. We meet in Geneva, as a rule, 4 times a year, with participation of the United Nations, the OSCE, the European Union in the lead, and with participation of Georgia, including Abkhazia and South Ossetia, with Russia and the United States of America being present in order to address issues of security in and around Abkhazia and South Ossetia. That is the issue in Geneva. Here, I am playing a leading role as a co-chair for the European Union. My office, for example, is the secretariat of these Geneva international talks. So this shows that the European Union has a strong interest in making a contribution here to conflict resolution.
Yes, and just to conclude our interview, which are your expectations for the short future in the area? And what will happen in that area without the presence and the contribution of the European Union?
The expectations for the area are, of course, mixed. We have to see realities. The conflicts are there, not only in Georgia, also between Armenia and Azerbaijan over Nagorno-Karabakh. I see not much willingness to compromise on all sides at this very stage. We regularly encounter in all the negotiations that are being conducted many difficulties. Fortunately, I can say that in the Georgian scenario, the situation on the administrative borderline is relatively calm and stable. Not many incidents, not many hostilities, which unfortunately is not the case in the Nagorno-Karabakh scenario, where we have killed people almost every day. So with that mixed perspectives, I have to be realistic. I would like to be more optimistic, to be frank. What we can do as international community to make proposals, to inject into the negotiation process ideas that will hopefully ultimately help the parties to the conflict to overcome their positions and to overcome their hostile approaches.
Then we have to thank you for coming to our institute, for helping us to understand the situation on the ground. and also thank you for all the efforts you and your staff is doing in order to provide the security that the European Union is offering to the people in the area. Thank you very much, Ambassador Salber.
It was a pleasure.